ACC team in your building, and just with the way last year's game went, just a close game at the half, but just what's it mean to you guys to pull that one out?
Huge. First of all, shout out to Brad for doing a home and home with us. You know how hard these are. I mean, he's coming off an Elite Eight. You got a team that rolls in here with 460 starts or something between there. I'm looking at that before the game, and I'm like, golly. They got so much experience and so much veterans and such a good coach that you're like, and you knew the way they started. That team wasn't, like rolling in here going, oh, we're on the road. This is, that's a good team, and it showed right from the start. I thought we had a little, not jitters, but we were too excited. We had travels. We were just, and that's what you want. You want those big games where guys are excited to play.
You went to him early, felt like he gave you a boost in the second half as well. Feels like he's kind of finding his role with this team.
Yeah, he's the connector. Well, he's the connector. And he does all those intangibles and all those tough things, and he kind of connects, So his role, it might not be scoring 20 every night, but God, has he missed a shot this year? I mean, he's just, takes the right shots, feeds the bigs, and gets extra possessions, and and he's become a star in his role and has figured stuff out. And that's where, we've grown as a team, and we're going to grow a lot more because 8 guys were not in our uniform last year, and that's their first experience in that against the ACC team that is coming off Elite Eight. Like I said, all those things. You got some pros out there on their team, and you had to play. That team was not going to beat themselves at all. You had to play good enough to beat them, and we, especially in the second half, we did some good things, and we were tough because that's the other thing. I just, looking at the film, you're like, if you can't compete with them on the glass, you're dead, and that's not easy. And we were able to compete with them on the glass, where last year, we were a good rebounding team, and we got our hats handed to us by them down there on the glass. So a great job by all our guys. We had everybody contributed, everybody stepped up, and I think that really helped us grow because of what we had to get ready for, what we had to go out on the floor and do. And that's for Al. He wasn't in our uniform last year, and he hasn't got to play in a lot of home games like this in his life in college basketball. So, you probably won't see a 1 for 10 for him anymore. But he was still in charge of things, handled it, took care of the ball, did some great things. And I mean, I could go, each and every guy made big plays for the team. And Andrew went and got 9 rebounds and some, game-ending ones on the offensive end, and and then Tyson, was Tyson carried us through that first half where we were struggling to score a little bit, and I thought Julian, everybody, and you're gonna see a lot of growth through everybody, and I didn't get Chris in tonight. It was kind of just the way the game was dictating it, where you had to have some experienced guards out there to handle what they were up into us. And, I didn't want to have 2 freshmen out there one time. So it just became, but his time's coming, and he's going to keep getting better and better. He's a good player. He's working through stuff. But I'm so encouraged because it's great experience for a lot of guys that haven't been in that environment before. And they Emmanuel stepped up and gave us 2 big buckets in a row. Javen made some big plays, so I think everybody brought something, and that was really encouraging.
I mean, 21 points off your bench. I mean,
yeah.
They mentioned 3 in a row from you, man. And then with Julian hitting a shot, and just, you mentioned
right.
Keane. I mean, I know your starters are your starters for a reason, but
yeah.
When your bench is giving you 21 points in a game like this, what's that say?
It's huge. In a game like this, that's the key, is because that's a hell of a team we just beat, and a team that will play in the NCAA tournament, a team that will be in contention for a league title, all those things that you saw them do last year. And so for our young guys and inexperienced guys to to handle it and grow up like that, that's a great sign, and it gets you excited as a coach because, I mean, it's like we're all really happy when Ashton Genty gets the ball and carries it 32 times. That's kind of how I feel about Tyson. One time I subbed him out, planned on giving him a little rest, and then we got somebody with another foul, and so I didn't even sub him in. He just walked and said, "I got you, coach." And so I'm not going to tell Tyson not to go back in and no, rest more because, But the great thing that I'm encouraged by is Dylan and Ems and Javen. They're just going to keep getting better and better, and then then you'll be able to keep working more guys out there, and there'll be different guys in different nights with matchups and guys that are cooking, and that's my challenge as a coach to figure out who, how the parts are fitting. Sometimes that's a guessing game, and when they're all playing good, you usually guess right, so that's good.
I was going to ask you about Andrew. He scored 10 of your last 16 points over the final 4 minutes. How nice is it to kind of see another closer emerge and to kind of compliment him?
Yeah, and just he's a machine at the free throw line. I mean, we always tell our guys free throws don't win all the games, but they just win all the close ones. And to go 27 for 30 from the line, you go 17 for 30 and it's a coin toss game. And to have big guys that can shoot free throws, that's valuable.
You hit the rebounds, we talked about it coming into the game, but you lose it by 15 there and you lose the game by 18. Tonight you win the rebounds by 8, you win the game by double digits. I mean,
Yeah.
Just the mindset thing, I don't know, but just how important of a key was that, and to see you actually win the battle on the glass.
Yeah, and that's where also being at home, because the crowd gives these guys energy. I mean, Tyson, playing 38 minutes, and I think our crowd lifted us through some of those. That was a heck of a 2.5 hour battle or whatever it was. And I mean, the refs had their hands full on every possession. I mean, the collisions. I said that we 2 days ago at practice, our guys were getting after it, and you could hear the hits. And I'm like, oh boy. Then I just okay, you guys get the point. Let's back this off a little bit and kind of save those hits for Clemson. And so, every possession, because of the way they rebound, the way we rebound, there's collisions, there's bodies, it's smash up derby in there.
I know it's one game, you're 4 games into the season, but I guess just big picture wise, to have this now, on your list, for the rest of the season and just momentum, whatever.
Yeah.
Just what can you say about what a win like this can mean for you now, but also accomplish?
Yeah, 3-1 feels a lot better than 2-2 right now because you played great teams, and the great thing about what we've done in the last month is we played really good teams in our scrimmages, and it built up. We've made a lot of progress with a lot of guys, and now the challenge is we got to keep making progress. We got to go to the Caymans and play in a tournament. These are fun life experiences for our guys, and we're going there to get that done. I mean, these guys, but we got great momentum, and that's where you need all 10 guys. 3 games in 3 days, and you got to beat travel, and it's somewhere past Cuba, I think. I think that it's way out there. So we gotta beat that. We gotta deal with some things, and then go compete against a team that's coming from the East Coast. So there's challenges.
There was some moments today where Alvaro and Julian are on the court at the same time, and obviously both in their first year at Boise State, much different ends of their career.
Right.
Just what do you make of their minutes on the court together? They seem to, things were well with them.
Yeah, and I thought it was a big play when, they were up into us, like I said, and Jules goes in there and drives the lane, stops, makes the play for Omar and gets him a dunk. And, you come from high school, you can get away with anything you want when you're talented like Jules. Well, he's taken coaching, and he stopped, made the play, and that was, that kind of, I think, gave him the confidence. And because, he's scratching the surface of how good he's going to be. I see a really special freshman there, and as he gets more confident, you're going to see it too.
Kind of on that note, now in his second season, how much have you seen Andrew's confidence grow? I mean, he used to pass up more shots.
Yeah.
It seems like he just looks super comfortable out there.
No doubt, and I want him to be more comfortable. I tell him you're, baseball, good hitters. Every time the pitcher starts to bring it, he's like, yes, yes, yes. I want every time he catches it, yes, yes, yes. In fact, he can hear me because I've told him this, and I'm in his head about every time he catches it, yes, yes, yes. There's a 3 for Andrew. I don't care if it's contested. It's a good shot, and our team feels that way. He's a machine when he gets that confidence in shooting that ball, and there's not many in the country that can do it like him.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.